I was saying, I would sneak my friends in. The bag would lower. They would scuffle under the bread. I would pretend to be asleep with the controller in my hands. And my uncle would check on me. Sometimes I played Russian roulette and either not come back by the time I knew he was going to get up or wait until after. And sometimes I got away with it. Like, I got away with it 99% of the times. There was one time I didn't get away with it. And that's when he fell asleep in my bed and I cuddled up next to him because I was drunk. But that's a whole different story. So I started doing that. And I was doing meth while I was in high school. That wasn't good. Like, I had this little vial, had a little straw in it, and I do like bumps in between classes. Fuck, who does that at 17? And then I got this wild idea when I turned 18. So I was getting a subsidized check from the government for my mom being passed away because I was still a minor. And as long as I stayed in school, I continued on getting that check. So I'm like, hey, Uncle Bill, if I move out, do I still get my mom's check? And he's like, well, yeah. I was like, all right. So come that summer, he and I got into it one more time because I would go to the lake, but I would be back before 5 when he got off of work. So he would go to work at like 7 in the morning, and I would go to the lake at like 7:30 in the morning until 3, 4, and then come home, and I used to take my girlfriend with me, and we'd be out there fucking partying. We get Zimas and put fucking Jolly Ranchers in there. Supposedly, back in the day, you weren't able to smell Zima on people's breaths, but I don't know. We got away with it anyways. And we'd smoke weed, and we'd do bumps of speed. And I found this one little. So I had a 1986 Nissan Pulsar. And this is what tweakers do. I took the house speakers out of my bedroom, my stereo speakers, hooked them up to my car speakers. So I had these big ass speakers in my truck in my car all the time. I found this cove at Lake Pleasant where you basically had to have a 4x4 to get down in there. But I had front wheel drive, and I did a lot of wheeling with my cousins and friends and shit when I was younger too. And I had a quad. Anyways, me and my girl would get out. We move these big ass rocks that were like in the way. We throw them to the side, so it made the trail a little bit easier. Plus, I had a big skid plate underneath the car. And I get down in this little pocket, and I'd fucking turn the car around, and we'd sit there. I bought a blow up raft or the blow up 2-man with the oars boat and blow it up. And we'd go out into the lake and fucking, just do what we do. We were being teenagers at that time. We were just having fun. So I thought. Well, we were. We were having fun. We were having a lot of fun. I remember one time we're down there at the lake, and the dude comes up and he's like, how'd you get that car down here? I says, that road right there. He's like, there's no other way out of here? I'm like, no, that's the road, bro. He's like, I got to see this shit. I says, 3 o'clock, I'll be leaving here in about 20 minutes. You can see it if you want to kick it and party. He's like, sure, man. So he hung out with us and he partied. Come 3 o'clock, it's time to go. So I went ahead and I fucking put my car in gear and fucking drove out, got up to that hill, and I just kind of punched it and went, brrr,